Hey everybody, back after a bit of a break. I ended up going away out of town for a week, and then when I got back I actually ended up getting sick, and then everybody in my house got sick, and so I've not really been much for the modeling and painting hobby at the moment, and just really haven't had much energy for it, to be honest. And now I'm actually kind of getting I'm actually feeling a lot better, and most of my energy's back, and I'm kind of interested in again and getting into my stuff. So I just thought I'd do just a little bit of a quick hobby update today. I was just down at the shop and had some money burning in my pocket for my bolt action army, and so what I ended up getting is I ended up getting the U.S. Army Command to add to my US miniatures. I picked up an M3A1 half track, which has been this is the first one of these that I'll have added to the army, so that should be cool to paint up and put together. I also am, once I get to probably, I guess, the 1,000 point range and up, I'm going to need some infantry to boost up my normal US infantry, and so I picked up the Screaming Eagles airborne platoon or unit, and so these are all metal miniatures, and so I picked these up. I'm kind of looking forward to painting these. I did notice already that one inside, even when I bought it, I checked it, has the rifle broken off the top, so I'm gonna have to do some modeling and repair that. But I bought this out over at my local game shop, so I just picked it up anyway, despite knowing that. One of the things that I did receive in the last bit is I received a couple of KR multi-case cases, one a small one for my Infinity, but then one which has a lot of custom foam for my bolt action. So I thought I'd just show that today. I know that I was quite interested as to how the custom foam looked for the bolt action, and I'll give you an idea of what it looks like for those of you that are interested. On the left side here is really just my normal infantry. This is not the custom foam, but this is the way these guys fit in here, which is actually pretty good. I have no real complaints. Let's see if I can get a better shot. No real complaints. It's kind of how I expected them to fit. I ended up buying 2 trays of these, so I should be able to fit 50 infantry that way, which I think wouldn't, works fine from my perspective. What I really like about this custom foam is that I've got a lot of infantry teams or weapons teams, and so these are cut custom. They fit right inside, and I can fit, it looks like, 8 of these weapons teams in this. And so I've not, as you noticed, I haven't made a lot of progress on some of these, but that's my forward observation team. But that's going to be my next job to do, is to get those guys painted up in my remaining US infantry. As well, I got a set that actually can fit both half tracks, because you can remove this, as well as just jeeps in here. And they also come with turrets, where you can put your turret in here. Now, one of the things I did notice, this is just a Sherman turret. I noticed it's kind of small for it, but I think it's meant to be able to fit your larger turrets as well, which I may end up getting, and so I can fit 4 of those in here as well. So that should be pretty good. Lots of room to expand. Now, this other section here, they advertised it for things like, your half tracks, but also medium tanks. Now, my Sherman fits pretty perfectly, like length and width wise, in here. The one thing I did notice is it does go above a bit, the foam, just a little bit. After putting the rest on there, it still fits pretty snug in here, and it's got foam over the top, so I'm not that worried about it. I knew that, I'm going to need to take the turret off, but for larger tanks, so that I guess, like for my other Sherman and for things this size and smaller, I feel pretty good with this. I've got my my Greyhound in here as well, which I think fits fine even with the turret. It's about the same height as the Sherman that way. for larger tanks, like what is it? I'm trying to remember. I don't even remember. Like the M10, or I think it is, and things. I ended up getting this one here, which this would definitely fit my Sherman with the turret on as well, just fine. It's actually quite a bit of room, but I've got this space here just for really larger stuff if I ever want to bring that. I may end up just, depending on what I'm bringing, just get some more infantry trays too, to just put on the side here if ever need be. And also you can split this out and you can use it just for like a Sherman as well, you know, medium with your turret on, and so there's plenty of room there. Yeah, so for the while there I was just carrying in like sort of like an old Games Workshop box my bolt action stuff, so I'm quite happy to be able to properly store it now. Have no issues here. So that's primarily my update. Hope everybody's doing well, and quite interested in the videos that everybody's doing on the 40K new edition, 7th edition. I've not actually picked it up yet. I'll be quite honest. I've had, pardon me, that's my cold in my chest left over there still. I haven't really been playing much 40K lately, and you know, I wasn't really gonna, it's not really a big deal, to be honest. I'm actually still have a lot of 40K painting to do, which I'll be continuing to do on the channel. I had a number of games, even, you know, at the end of 6th edition in the last number of months, where they were what I would categorize as first round losses. Like basically I felt like I was just wiped out really in the first round. Number of different reasons for that, but the last one was sort of the kicker for me, in that somebody brought one of the new knights to the game, and I had like an autark with a jump pack and attached to a series of warp spiders with an Exarch, you know, so I had a good 10 of them together with, you know, the autark and the Exarch, so it must have been 12. And that Titan basically just evaporated the entire squad and my HQ just in one round. And then, you know, I had like Centurions take down my my Wraith Knight, I think, basically in the first round. I think he had one wound left going into the second round. And it was just pretty devastating. And I think between that and a couple other games I had, I just kind of really started to not really enjoy it as much anymore, to be honest. It just seemed like I'm putting models on the table to take off with a shovel, to be honest. And so that's why I've been focusing on other things. I've been playing Infinity, or I'm gearing up and playing Infinity. I've gone down and watched a couple of games in the local shop, and I've played probably a good 4 or 5 games of bolt action, which is good for me, you know, because I don't get out that often as it is. And so what I'm planning on doing is still working on painting my 40K army, and I have a number of miniatures, you know, Forge World stuff, lots of stuff I still want to paint up. And I'm going to kind of just keep an eye on 7th edition, just see how things go. But right now, I was just down to the shop buying this stuff today, and I saw at my shop it was $100 for this box for the new rules, and so I kind of took a pass on it at the moment. And so we'll see. We'll just see how it goes. I'm not you know, I've got way too much invested in 40K to say that I'm abandoning it at this point. But I still enjoy it. I love reading the books, and I love the universe. But just wasn't really enjoying the game as much recently, and just kind of focusing on other games for the moment. So so despite that, I'm actually kind of still really interested in seeing other people's videos on 40K and how they're translating to the new 7th. That might actually really influence me in the next year as to how many games I'm going to end up playing in 40K. So, okay guys, that's my update. I hope everybody's having a good one. Take care.